gotta do. Hey, 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 hey. I'm making a move. Study long, study wrong.
At this game, I think more than once told over 100 years ago, which I'm gonna read to you guys right now. So here, this is a Wikipedia article on the music of Erich Sann with a Z. So it's a horror short story written in December of 1921. And due to lack of funds, a university student is forced to take up lodging in an almost empty apartment building on a street named, this is French, Rue d'Ossel. Maybe. One of the other tenants is an old German man named Erich Sann. He is mute and plays the violin or viol, mute, not blind. So there's a little difference there, but with a local theater orchestra, he lives alone on the top floor, and at night he plays strange melodies the students never heard before. Despite his dissatisfaction with his own music, the student invites himself to hear him play. While watching the first night, the student's curiosity attracts him to a window of the room, which is the only window that can oversee a wall at the end of the mysterious street. Zann seems disturbed to discover the student is able to hear his melody and asks him to move to a lower floor where he won't hear the music. So as Zann isolates himself more and more, eventually the student decides to sneak behind the door to listen to the strange melodies. One night the student hears a commotion and Zann's scream inside the room. When the student knocks at the door, Zann lets him in and asks him to wait while he writes a manuscript detailing his whole ordeal. More than an hour into the writing, Zann is startled by a distant sound in the form of a low note. Interrupts the manuscript and starts playing his violin with a crescent fear. A gust of wind shatters the window, and an unnatural wind sweeps through the room, carrying away his unread manuscripts out the window, despite this man's attempt at catching him. When the student looks out the window, instead of seeing city lights, he only sees an infinite dark abyss, as if the window was a portal to another dimension. It is then the student learns that Zann's secret. The old man discovered melodies and rhythms of sound of an almost otherworldly nature. Zann plays these sounds to keep back the unknown and unseen creatures from his window. When the student finds Zann's seeming dead body still playing his instrument, he flees not just the house, but the entire neighborhood. Writing an account of the incident years later, the student states, he's never able to find the street again, and it does not appear on any maps, and no one else has ever heard of it. Ooh, that's a good ghost story, isn't it? All right, here we go. Whoa, here we go. And